kindness for the clever, I choose better. Reverence, honor, respect for the gods. These men should practice by day and by night. Sword of justice, sword through throat of godless, lawless, worthless man. Come, Dionysus, appear as a bull, as a many-mouthed dragon, as a fire-breathing lion. Come, Bacchaeus, hunt, mock, wreck, Bacchaeus, pursue him, snare him, sneer at him.
The man that would chase our maenads. That's at their feet. He will find what he's looking for.
Nothing but grief. I'm only a slave, but I grieve for my masters as a good slave must. His family, till now so prosperous throughout all of Greece. Family of Cadmus, the dragon seed sower. Grief.
Tell us what news of the Bacchae.
The son of Echion, Pentheus, dead.
Dionysus, you show your true face! Great is the god Dionysus!
What are you saying, women? You rejoice in this family's disaster.
No family of ours. We are free to sing our foreign songs, safe from fear of restraint.
Thebes has men enough.
Dionysus is our master, not Thebes. Dionysus.
Even so, you should not rejoice in such terrible things. It can't be right.
Tell us the whole story. How did he die? This evildoer of evil deeds.
We left the last cottages of Thebes behind and crossed the Asopos heading towards Kithaeron. Just Pentheus, me following my master and that foreigner to show us the way. As soon as we got there, we crouched down in a grassy hollow to watch, silent and unseen. There is a rift between tall cliffs, waterfalls running down them, all shaded by pine trees. That's where we saw the maenads, hard at work, but content. Some were decorating their thyrsi with sprigs of new ivy. Others sang Bacchic songs to one another, frisking free as colts. Pentheus couldn't see the whole company, and he said, "Poor man, I can't get a proper look from here at these self-styled maenads. Perhaps if I could climb up higher in one of those pines, I could get a decent look at this debauchery of theirs." That's when I saw the foreigner do a remarkable thing. He took hold of one of those soaring pines, and he pulled it right down to the dark earth. He bent it over like a bow or the curved fellow on a wheel. Just so did this strange man take that tree in his two hands and bend it to the ground. His strength was supernatural. No ordinary man could have done it. He sat Pentheus astride the branches and let the tree slowly straighten, taking care not to unseat him. Up it went, up towards the sky, for all the maenads to see, plainer than he saw them. No sooner was Pentheus up there, in full view, than the foreigner disappeared, and a voice came out of the air as though it were the voice of Dionysus. "Ladies," he cried, "here's the man that would make mock of us and our mysteries. I offer him to you for punishment." He spoke, and a blinding flash of fire came out of the air and struck the earth from heaven. Everything went quite still. Air, trees, animals even, quite still. The maenads got to their feet, Some having missed his words and stared about them, he called again. This time, Cadmus' daughters realized what he required, and they ran. They ran swift as birds. Bacchae, her sisters, all of them, over river and rock, mad for the god had breathed on them. And they found my master perched in his tree. Some hurled stones at first, and sticks. Climbing the cliff opposite, others hurled their thirst at their wretched target, but he was too high, even for their frenzy, and could only sit there appalled. Some gathered oak branches to lever up his pine, but their efforts bore no fruit. And then Bacchae spoke. Circle the tree, Maenads. Grasp it. We need to catch this clamorer before he reveals God's dances. Dozens of hands hauled at the tree and heaved it from the earth. Down fell Pentheus, down to the ground with an awful cry. He knew now what was happening. His mother started it. The ritual slaughter. Desperate Bacchae, as she fell upon him, he tore off the headdress so she could recognize him and grabbed her cheek. Mother, it's me. It's your son, Pentheus. Pity me. I've done no wrong. Don't kill me. But her eyes were rolling. She was frothing, imagining God knows what in her Dionysiac frenzy. She ignored his words, took his left hand in hers, planted a foot in his ribs, and tore off the arm at the shoulder. Her strength was superhuman. Ino set to work on the other side, tearing out handfuls of flesh, and Autonoe, and the whole mob of Bacchans. A single, terrible scream, Pentheus' agony, their exultation. One ran off with an arm, another with a foot still in its shoe. His ribs were stripped to the bone. Bright red hands toyed with lumps of flesh. The remains were strewn about, over the rocks, in the undergrowth, anywhere. We'll never find them. But the head, the poor head, Pentheus' mother chanced to snatch it up and stuck it on her thyrsus. She left her sisters, dancing away, brandishing the head as though it were a mountain lion's, setting off through Kithaeron. She arrived in the city, glorifying in her frightful trophy, shrieking about her splendid Dionysus, a fellow huntsman, victorious, a victory of tears. I can't stand to see this sight. Not a Galway's homecoming. Balance. Reason. That's all we can hope for. Honor the gods. Stick to that.